Hello and welcome to my blind playthrough of Pillars of Eternity Definitive Edition. This is the 7th part, and in the last part we arrived to Sednua after clearing the last wilderness area between Gilded Vale and Defiance Bay. So now we just went into the underground levels of Sednua and we are trying to find Merwald, a guy which is in few quest journals for Eder and for the main quest. So let's continue and enjoy the game. So we are again where we left off in the last episode, and we'll try to search a little bit under in the endless path of Odnoa, the first level.
Certainly.
We'll take those farmers by surprise.
Oh?
Almost time. Di and Heather scouted the village last night. They're rounding up the rest of the party now.
What party?
Don't worry. Everyone remembers the raid was your idea. The Rio had to go along with it after you'd gotten the rest of the clan riled up. No one wants it said that the Nine Claws were too cowardly to stand with the rest of the tribe when the foreigners desecrated our ruins.
The Rio? Direct stripes of paint on his face twist as he laughs. You may not like them, but they're still our elders. For now. And that grey tooth pierced from between his lips. That was clever, drawing the support of the community first. By the time you approached the Rio, they had no choice but to support us. There's no doubt you'll join their ranks one day, so long as no farmer's pitchfork fells you tonight. He laughs.
The tribes need more leaders like you. Women who value deeds over words.
He reaches towards your cheek but stops midway, his splayed fingers quivering as a tremor of no doubt runs through him.
You were right. We were too soft when the foreigners first came, and now they humiliate us. We'll be soft no more, and the invaders will learn to leave us alone once and for all.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Hey. Yes? I shall make it so. It's done. Hey.
No. Keep away from us. Leave us!
A large, liver-spot man, barrel-chested and paunchy, covers in the far corner of the room. His white hair a tangled stringy mess, he covers his face and chest with trembling hands, unable to look in your direction.
Maybe we should come back later?
Are you Merwald? He looks up over his hand, the muscles around his eyes twitching, and begins whispering to himself in sharp hisses, as though having an argument. All at once he stops shaking, a sudden calmness filling over him. His head tilts forward slightly, and he looks you dead in the eye, like a cornered animal about to pounce. His voice turns suddenly raspy.
Mayor Wald isn't here, and he isn't fooled. He has sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit!
I'm no spirit. Do I look like any spirit you have ever seen?
Mayor Wald will speak with you, but you will maintain your distance, or you'll have me to answer to.
Come to speak to Mayor Wald. Mayor Wald, whose touch is poison. Mayor Wald, who knows not his effect.
I was told I am a watcher, and that you could tell me more about it. And about a tablet of some worth after that, once you two are finished, of course.
A window. Window to the ether, where spirits dwell. Peer and reach into it. Speak and listen through it. A watcher sees souls, reads them, knows their pasts, souls of the living, souls of the dead, an empath, and the souls see them back. Used it to help beings in both realms, did I. What the gods wanted of me, thought I.
The gods put me in the world for vengeance, and I obliged. It was the gods' wishes that we protect those lands. My way was the only way to remove the foreigners.
Little I knew.
I was accosted by spirits on my way here. What do they want?
No, no! Forgive me! Forgive me!
He covers his mouth with his hand, his breath convulsing, his eyes red and exhausted. You seem to have lost your mind.
Lost? No. Found more of it. Too much. Too much to bear. An awakening.
Elot's eyes narrow as he looks at the old man. How could a simple awakening have driven you to this? You mean you remember your past lives?
Something reminds. Memories stirred. Memories before birth. Other bodies. Other times. Memory, personality, identity, any might resurface. Or all.
And I seem to be having a conversation with several of them right now.
Ghosts of the mind. Mayor Wald has lost control. Mayor Wald's body no more.
The spirits I passed, what are they?
Spirits and not spirits. Always whispering to Mayor Wald, reminding him of his mistakes. No sleep. Watchers see memories before them, form them from the essence of their own souls. Once Mayor Wald awakened, he could not make them leave. Gave them more form, not less.
The spirits are memories from previous lives?
Troubled memories, angry memories, pulling Mayor Wald back, reminding him his mistakes. Marauder and soldier, soldier and marauder, how could they know?
How do you tell a spirit from a memory?
Fragmented are memories, stuck in time, mindless, cruel, never far.
Why do these past lives still trouble you?
My fault. All my fault. Soldier and marauder, soldier and marauder and Mayor Wald. No forgiveness for what's past. No undoing what's done. No sleep. No sleep for the Watcher. War there was all around. War of stone, war of tree.
War of Three. Oh, of course. The Broken Stone War and the War of Black Trees. This was in the early period of Edirne colonization, fighting between the Deerwood colonists and the native Glenfattans, you see. But that was a long time ago.
Death we brought to the settler men. We, the 9 claws. Claws of 9. Worse what we did to the women. For love of the gods. The gods' love. For their love.
I met one of your memory spirits. There was talk of raiding a village. Merwell's voice became raspy, and he somewhere else in place and time, speaking to someone unseen.
Hold her down. Head her. Give this Adia bitch an heir that belongs in heir Glodfath.
Merwell cringes himself again, watching something he can't bear to see, shaking his head over and over. He wails. His soul is marked by flame, and those marks will never heal. His trial has broken him, but better that than to live its weakness. Take your time. It's over now. It was long ago. Continue when you're ready.
The boy. The boy. The baby boy. The boy. Conceived in the raid. Conceived by force. Vessel for Marauder. Slain in the raid. Marauder and the boy. Marauder and soldier.
A baby conceived by the raider? What do you mean it was a vessel for him?
For the soul. Marauder's soul. Same soul. One soul. Boy's soul. Marauder's soul. Raised in lies and vengeance. Raised to soldier. Raised for the fire. Born for the fire.
Then that was his mother I met in the keep. She told him his father was killed by the raiders.
You'll get no pity from me. The crimes of the 9 Claws clan in the last war are still unavenged. But the gods are just. They have led me here. In my father's name, every one of you will burn. Light it.
What, so he came back in his next life to burn his own clan? No wonder he's such a mess now. That will stain you right down to your soul. Merwell's shoulders slump. He rocks back and forth, agitated. He mutters to himself, oblivious to your presence.
Soldier and marauder, lies and vengeance, and dead villages. All dead. All dead. What for? What for?
I see no reason, just bad luck.
How little we know.
I've seen apparitions like those elsewhere, since I became a watcher.
Oh, no, 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 no. You too. You too.
All at once, in spite of his abject misery, his expression changed to one of utmost sympathy. Poor man, poor man.
They will take you too.
What an inevitable madness! That can't be right. Kana folds his arms. There's always an answer to be found, if you look hard enough. You're saying I'll end up like you?
So fragile the Watcher's mind. So real his memories. Once awakened, how can he sleep?
If I'm awakened to a past life, how would that have happened?
You were reminded of it. Strong memories, lingering lives, they dwell near the surface, waiting to be remembered, waiting to take your mind for their own. Meyerwald sat at his hearth and watched his fire, watched the wood burn. Then came the memory of another fire, and burning wood, and screams.
His face trembles involuntarily. There must be some way to make those memories go away.
No, always there, always remembered. Can't forget, can't unsee.
I didn't just remember. Someone caused this. They wore masks and spoke of books and Case and a queen. There was a man there. He seemed familiar to me.
Keys of lead, books of burden, queens that were. Known to me are they, the leaden key.
The leaden key? It seems we share an enemy, Mammalian, assassins and watcher wakers both. They certainly keep busy. Who is this queen they pray to?
Woodica, goddess, crown shattered and body burned. Binder of oaths and grudge holder, bearer of justice, but whose?
What can you tell me about this leaden key?
Secrets, secrets, and deceptions, and schemes. Who knows their answers? Not they. Not they. Crossed them before. Hatred of watchers, hatred and fear. Much we see, threat to secrets.
If the leaden key caused my awakening, could they undo it?
Many secrets do they keep. Unawakened? Mayhap. Who else if not they?
Do you know where I might find the leaden key?
City of Defiance, never far from the Queen.
I need to go so I can search for this man from the leaden key.
Sleep well. Sleep well. Hold! I know your will die. Your actions were seen. You would sooner betray us to the Adia land thieves than take orders from me.
Take it easy. I'm not going to betray anyone.
Your betrayal is for nothing. Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night. I have asked the elders for the honor of claiming your head as my first trophy, and they have granted it. Beg for the Seeker God to grant you a quick death.
So the fight starts.
Oh?
Following your...
Oh?
Hey,
The pathfinding is not the best. Let's knock him down.
Hey.
No. Let's do this.
That's it!
And now this. Let's hope Evan will survive it. Hope for a knockdown. And one more missile. There is a change in the air of the keep. What was thick and suffocating feels to you somehow more breathable, as though yielding to a conquering invader. Merwell's body lies inert. You can feel his soul lingering there, uncertain. There is something unique about this soul in this place, a bond formed in decades of inhabitants and lordship that feels somehow palpable to you, as though even in death the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers his keep. Amulian was granted Speaker of the Restless. In your mind's eye, the bond seems to you as a frayed rope, ghostly and alive. Its frayed ends reading like tadpole anemones, and you find that if you concentrate on it, you have the ability to manipulate its strands. Which one? I take this one. Sever the rope, allowing Merwell to pass from the world. Strand by strand, the connections fly apart like the overstressed strings of some ethereal instruments. With the tearing of the final string, the rope becomes liquid and dissolves from your awareness. Merwell's souls hover near you, a vortex of strife and discord, but there is something else. There, beneath it, something like relief. His soul passes through one of the walls and is gone. Two new quests. Merval grew hostile after our conversation and suddenly attacked me. I had no choice but to kill him. I have released his spirit, freeing Merval from his misfortune. He was given me much to think about. He suggested my soul had been awakened to past lives, as his had. If Mervald is any indication, being a watcher with an awakened soul comes with a heavy price. He has directed me towards City of Defiance, which seems as a good place as any to seek out members of Leaden Key, the group which evoked this affliction within me. Merwald has told me that I might find the Leaden Key in the City of Defiance, never far from the Queen. It is there I must go if I am to track down the man who triggered my awakening. Speak with the Servant in Sednua. Merwald is dead, and what answers he provided me were short and cryptic. The steward in the Great Hall of Kednua appears to have been the only other sentient being in the fortress. She may be able to provide me some guidance. After telling Eder that I was headed for Kednua to see its lord and old watcher named Merwald, he expressed that there were things he'd like to ask Merwald as well. Merwald was not in any condition to answer questions when we found him. Eder will have to decide how to proceed from here.
Nice and quiet.
A worn book lies on the table, its pages filled with nonsensical scrawls.
Certainly.
The sickly sweet smell of the rot rises from this half-eaten fruit.
Yes? I can get it to spill its secrets. It's done. I shall make it so. It's done.
Few new spells. This one is good.
Oh?
Okay. I think I will first speak to the steward,
Certainly.
and then we'll see.
You cannot wit that older said? I don't want to discuss it.
Or yeah, let's talk with the steward first. And it looks like our barbarian has leveled up and kinda wants to talk with me. Let's do level up first. Okay, survival is the best, I think, for now. But what to take? Blow or carnage? Let's get this.
Poor Mayorwald. He couldn't contend with all that he knew of himself. A cruel fate.
It may be my fate too. It may, but Merwald knew his curse. For all that he succumbed to it, perhaps he gave you what you need to escape his fate. Let's seek out these ruins he mentioned. We may find something of use.
Oh?
Hey,
Yes?
I felt Mayorwald's passing. You slew him.
He gave me no choice.
It saddens me to hear it. But part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness. This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Mayorwald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed. But in the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
Merwald said that I must go to the City of Defiance in search of the Queen. Your stronghold is now available. You can manage your stronghold at any time through the castle icon. The energy seems all at once to drain from the air. I see. If it's Defiance Bay you seek, I'm sorry to tell you that you come a long way for nothing. The Eastern Barbican collapsed decades ago, and Merwald never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering materials before his mind became preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have it repaired if it is your will. When it ceased to be previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it. For what am I but the master's instrument? It would take time, but far less than finding another route to the Defiance Bay. Hmm, how What did you mean when you said this keep was cursed? Merwald's curse was his own, a Watcher's curse, but his predecessors have not fared better. There is a presence within the keep, or rather, far beneath it. At least such has been the conclusion drawn by all who have come to this place. For what spirits still linger in the endless path oft speak of a master below. Every effort to settle here has failed. From the time of our Ediran colonists onward, beasts rise from the endless path until the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below, this master, does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen From time to time, intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force which has kept Kednua a barren ruin, and robbed me of my hopes. The endless path. That, my friend, is where I must go. Where we must go, if you will go with me. Whatever devils lie beneath, I too think too what knowledge we will find. Perhaps this master speaks Ediran? Hmm, who is this master below? I could not say with any certainty. I believe it must be tied to the man said to have been the architect of the endless path, the Anguithan tyrant, Otnua. Some claim his spirit endures, or at least has laid a curse upon the site. I cannot imagine much remains of his work, for the ruins have been here 1,000 years or more. But what is left is impressive. The Earl certainly thought so. You may have seen well below the hand of the great statue Odnua constructed. Perhaps it is a statue of Odnua himself? But I'm not the master of Kednua. Of course you are. The keep would have no other. But the endless paths are a different thing entirely. It is unfortunate, really, that they are so closely entwined. If the master below is not dealt with, there will always be a threat to the keep from within. I I know it is much to take in, but if you would remain, if you would be lord of this place, then I can only advise you to seek out this foe before it destroys you. What are the endless paths? The endless path of Odnua, that is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. The Earl, we were warned by the Glenfathans that this side was cursed, and there is a legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Anguithan named Odnua, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless path and filled many of the upper tunnels with soil and stone. No one living knows how far down the tunnels stretch, and few who have ventured there have returned. There is much talk of riches and treasure. The promise of Anguithan relics alone has drawn many fortune seekers to their deaths, I fear. I have other questions. Yes, how can I help? What does being the master of Kednua entail? Why, there are many responsibilities involved in maintaining a keep. The extent to which you wish to get involved is entirely up to you, of course. Part of the reason I am here is to ensure that things run smoothly in your absence, provided we have been given instruction. If you instruct me on which repairs you wish to conduct next, I will make the necessary arrangements. These may take some time to finish, but each will provide you with additional resources once they are complete. Given somewhere to place them, we can hire tradesmen to provide you with supplies or ingredients. Repairing the keep will raise your prestige and draw both helpful individuals and unwelcome attention from bandits and opportunists. If we can raise the keep's security in turn, these will become less of a concern. I am certain you are more than up for the task. Was there anything else, my lord? How do I repair the Barbican? Merrill set aside materials for the Barbican, and they are still available to you. In the future, if you wish to make further repairs to the keep, we will need coin for supplies and labor. Time to find this queen in the City of Defiance. You must know, this queen you are looking for, Defiance Bay, has no queen. The McQueens of Adir haven't reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power there is Wodika. I'm told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor there, but I was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, we can get started right away on repairing the Barbican. You need only tell me what you wish to do, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Merwell kept a ledger, as it happens, and I have taken the liberty of updating it. You could take a look if you wish. Let me see what repairs I can make. Then we'll get underway at once. The steward voice belies a giddy excitement. No, my lord, that this is but the first and least of a great many undertakings. The keep supported a great many buildings and servants for many years. If you should wish it, we can repair some of the outlying structures, and this will bring you wealth and recognition, drawing people to your service. Rebuilding the defenses will keep your grounds from becoming overrun, as they did under Merwell's keeping. You need not choose all at once. I am pledged to your aid, and so long as you are master here, we shall always be linked. You need not step upon these grounds to speak with me. Wherever your travels may take you, you can make your will known to me, if you but reach out. Oh, but first, of course, the Barbican. Upgrades to your stronghold cost money and take time to complete. Each upgrade can add security or prestige to the stronghold or add additional functionality like resting, bonuses, periodic free crafting, ingredients, or new stores. So, what we need to do is the Eastern Barbican. Everything else is locked. The Eastern Barbican gates passage to the Wooden Plains, the crossroads between Kidnua, Dirfort, and Defiance Bay. We got one prestige and two security for finishing it. Events. Events occur at the stronghold as time elapses. The higher your stronghold's prestige, the more positive the events tend to be. However, a high security is also important, as it can help prevent theft and kidnappings. Adventures are opportunities for your companions and adventurers to earn experience while they aren't in the party. Visitors can affect security and prestige of the stronghold while they are present. Some events even offer rare items for sale during a limited period of time. Upgrades. Hirelings. Hirelings help defend your stronghold from expensive collateral damage in the unfortunate event of an attack. They cost money to maintain, but their cost usually offset the potential for damage. Hirelings also contribute to the security and prestige of the stronghold, sometimes negatively. And party management. Okay, let's build the Eastern Barbican. Complete it. And we have Bride Hollow Restoration. Restoring Bride Hollow will allow you to rest there. Other upgrades can unlock resting bonuses for it. And Warden's Lodge. I think the resting might be a good idea. But 500 copper pieces will pretty much, but yeah. Let's do that. Finished in 2 days. New quest, The Master Below. And update for Never Far from the Queen. Explore the endless path. If I intend to settle in the stronghold, it is likely I will have to contend with the master below. My steward has urged me to descend into the endless path and seek out this enemy, so that Kednua will finally know peace. The eastern Barbican bars the way to the road to Defiance Bay. It must be repaired before I can travel onwards. I learned from Mervald that members of the Leaden Key went to worship Wodika, and the steward has mentioned that there is a temple dedicated to Wodika in Defiance Bay. And one more talk with Kana.
I confess, I was hoping our meeting with Mayorwald would go a little differently. But then, you have gained an entire keep. I don't think I've seen anyone inherit land that quickly since Kyne the Younger read her father's will.
I wish I could have gotten through to him. He was far gone, but don't worry. The past is there that we might learn from it. I'm sure we'll find more answers in Defiance Bay.
It will give you a base from which to go searching at least. And then, there are secrets beneath the keep yet. With you at the helm, it should be easier to explore the endless paths.
Oh?
Okay, so we got diplomatic to 2, rational to 1, and clever to 1 as well. And I think it's time for a rest before we go anywhere else.
Certainly.
Let's check what has opened here for us.
A blade in the dark.
Silence surrounds me.
Also looks like Eder has to talk with us as well.
That old watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
You said you had some things you wanted to ask him.
Nah, well, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
There's no need to be embarrassed. I won't judge.
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he turned against us and fought for Widewind, been on my mind for some time now. Thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. Hearing claims that he died fighting for Rayed Saris, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Widewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys,
He shakes his head.
I thought, maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
Why didn't you ask me for help? Guess 'cause I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says he's a watcher.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. A Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with watchers. I should be starting with records. You should be prepared that there may be no record of your brother's death. Wouldn't be any worse off then, would I? Adair thinks for a moment. His lips twisted to one side. He raises his eyebrows. If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They got an archive at the palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Adair believes he may be able to find more about the circumstances of his brother's death in Defiance Bay. He suggested there might be records of the Saints' War in an archive in the Ducal Palace.
Yes?
Hello?
Bit to slick your
Hello?
breeches, scholar lad.
Uh, I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Laying low.
Wooden planes. Okay. Aloth wants to speak as well. Aloth seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
Are you alright?
Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately. And if Meerwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
He was out of his mind. I don't play stock in the ramblings of a lunatic.
Perhaps Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
I want to discuss something else. How may I be of service? That's all. Not much talk. Okay. And I think go for Gilded Veil for a moment. And then either Wooden Plains or Kednua. First level I'll do. Let's go to Kednua, Gilded Veil then.
Yes? Certainly.
Hail, traveler.
I'd like a room, please. Let's take a common room for now. And yeah, let's go to Kednoa. It's one day, so we might have already the resting place finished. Ride Hall restoration construction completed. Let's check. Not enough money. We need 1400 copper pieces to be able to build more stuff. Not enough money, so we'll wait for this. Let's check it, how it looks like repaired. The staircase was repaired. Let's check what we can find here now.
Light, flame, and sound.
We'll keep to ourselves.
The window on the other side of the curtain looks down on a tangled mess of overgrown hedges. No, not sleep yet. The thick woven weirwool feels soft and warm. Oh, there will be probably nothing, but you never know. The wilderness of the Deerwood rambles on beyond the house. Okay, nothing here. Let's move underneath.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Hey. Of course.
Verathus!
Hey.
Here is Eloth.
Hi?
Yes? My wound.
I forgot to change the weapon.
Well,
Yes? Oh? Certainly.
Silly me. Cobblestones and bricks are bound to the rusted old cart by thick spiderwebs. Heavy LNK.
Oh?
Let's follow the doors.
Here we are. To think we are so close. Beneath our very feet lie the endless paths built by Ad Nua, the great Engwithan king. Well, up here this is all Adiran, of course, but should we descend far enough, we will find some real history. To uncover that great king's tomb would be a dream. But it is one of his servants I am after, Gabranos, a powerful mage and a dedicated scholar, a keeper of lore, just as I mean to be. He was in possession of the Tanvi Oratoa, or whatever form of it preceded the one we know. I've seen it in ruins, alongside Gabranos' name, scraps of the same symbols and verses we know in Rauatai. He must have held the words in high regard. Or perhaps he was even the author.
You sound very impressed by this Gabranos. They say he held power over the elements, Kanakas, but I'm more interested in his writing. He was a prolific author. I haven't been able to translate everything, but I've seen enough to know that he traveled far and wide. If only we could have met him, what wisdom he could share, but we can follow his example and strive to learn from those around us, improve upon it. You haven't actually read his writing? Well, not entirely. How could I? It's a dead language, and hardly anyone has translated even a small fraction of it. But what little I can, I have translated. By comparing the symbols in his work to what others have found, I pieced together a phrase from the Tanvi Oratoa, clear as day. I even gave it the I even gave it to the keeper to check, but she was convinced I'd written it myself. Why does this book matter so much? Ruatai faces troubled times. Once we were an unified people, but that's changing, and the Tenwi Oratoa is at the heart of that. There are those who say that we haven't held to its instruction, that we allowed ourselves to grow weak and polluted our traditions by welcoming foreigners rather than laying claim to the lands around us. that we must hold to those traditions and if we are to make of ourselves a nation to be feared. My brothers would have it so, but we don't need to isolate ourselves to make Ruatai great. I know there's more to the chant. It wasn't created by it wasn't created out of sand and water 1,000 years ago, but brought to Ruatai by the Angwitans, by a people that knew the value of alliances and shared their knowledge with us. And with that knowledge, we made Ruatai what it is today. If I can find the original, I can prove it. They'll know that the chant is far older than we believed, that the Angwitans favored peace and the trade of knowledge. If we follow in their footsteps, we can make a kingdom just as grand and lasting as theirs. Averting conflict is a noble ambition, and a lofty one, I know, Kana grins. I'm glad you feel the same. I feel it's the better course for Watai. We're a people of many races, and we've always stood together. I feel we are destined for greatness. Are you always this excitable? We're on the verge of the great discovery. I wonder at your restraint. Let's start looting then.
If my sources are correct, Gabranos will have brought the text with him. It will probably be within a library, or a tomb perhaps. It tends to be one of the two. Let's be off.
Kanarua believes that we will find the tablet within the depths of the dungeon known as the Endless Path. He does not know precise where it will be found, though he is certain that it will be found by the remains of Gebranos, an ancient Anguitan scholar. Kana seems just as excited about the ruins in and of themselves, having studied the Anguithan people for many years.
Hello? Hello?
So here is another walk to the Endless Path. Ah,
What have we here?
nice. Disenchantment defense bonus. Hmm. We'll see if it will be used or not. Yeah.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places. That's it! And what does the flame reveal?
I'll see what I can find. Hey.
Following your lead.
This beetle were a little bit tough.
Certainly.
Just a sword.
And what does the flame reveal?
A dwarf corpse. Golden oval.
I can get it to spill its secrets. It's done.
Hey.
More beetles.
Oh?
Hey.
Oh?
That's it!
Oh?
That's it!
Hmm?
They won't see me coming.
Another room cleared.
Oh?
White leaf. Let's see, what do we have here? Luther. Okay, let's make it safe.
Certainly.
This is why you were traveling alone.
Okay. My character got a little bit kicked.
Certainly.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Okay, well, let's go for the looters now.
Leave it to me! Hey.
Yes.
Oh, there is one. I missed him completely.
That's it!
Certainly.
Helm.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Yes?
And another way into the
Asha.
Mervald's place. Froghelm. Let's see how he will look like. No, I didn't like that. No.
Oh?
Let's go to the last room.
To whispers and shadows.
Varathis! Not too alarming.
That's it!
This one a little tougher.
Hello? Hello?
Weathered and covered with a dual patina, this elaborately carved pillar appears far older than the surrounding structure. Oh.
Hey. Kinda stuck.
Time for stun. And no.
Go over here.
Here and you still have two.
How bad?
Near death. Let's do it this way. Level up. Okay, a new weapon.
Yes?
And what does the flame reveal?
I think it's time for a level up first and then we'll see. Spells. Puppet Master. "20-second domination." Pain Link. This one is pretty good. I tell things too. That's all. And there. Survival 5. And athletics. I use this. I hope he has flail. And I think I'll leave him with flails. Yes, it's flail. What's this? Guardian stance, or I'll take the adventurer. Done. And the stiletto. This one is pretty good. Hmm. Let's see this.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
A hand. Pet. Another one.
Oh? I shall be discreet.
hidden stuff? Probably not. We will get back from level 2. Okay, let's try out this one. Here we are, next to here. Okay, let's go to the second floor. And explore it.
Hey.
What?
Duck over here.
Let's go for the priest and let's stun these two.
Yes?
I shall be discreet.
And Eder is slowly getting lower and lower health. This crude effigy has been cobbled together with logs, scale heights and bones. A human skull adorns the top.
Yes? It's done. Yes?
Brave thou Philothelim.
Arrow trap.
A blade in the dark.
Let's go this way first. A worm. Oh.
Brave thou Philothelim.
Warming.
Laying low.
Certainly.
Hopefully it was not very dangerous. Xaurip is lying in a corner of the chamber. Its ribs show starkly beneath its scaly hide, and its breathing is labored, each whistling breathing causing obvious discomfort. It doesn't seem to be reacting to your presence. Examine the Xaurip. You look the creature over. There is a strange discoloration on its skin in several places, but you cannot see anything that would inform you of what it ails the Xaurip.
Keeping an eye out. Hey,
Okay, I'll try
Well?
it.
Following your lead.
Maybe Xana.
Oh?
We'll see.
I shall
Maybe
be
we find
discreet.
something interesting here.
Yes? For Takoa! Brave thou Philothelim.
Worm, and I think no, I'll go for this first.
Yes?
Let's go for this worm and here.
That's it!
Laying low.
Not the best of the fights.
Certainly. I'll see what I can find. Nice and quiet.
Mammalian curled against the inside of this broken shell is a tiny white shape. Only when a tiny tooth maw opens to let out frightened squeak, it is clear that this is a small worm, recently hatched. Pick up the worm. A pet.
Yes?
A blade in the dark.
Certainly.
These crooked eggshells are leathery but brittle. Most of them have been trampled into a fine dust stamped with tiny clawed footprints.
Now here's something.
Oh, wrong. Click. We will not be putting a magic. Fine club. Let's use it that way. And this and the medium shield. Okay. Let's continue forward. This is the third floor.
Hey.
And
You're not getting through me.
let's go for the farm first.
Pray darkness.
What have you done? No? What's wrong with him? Eloth and Duran's got level up.
Silence surrounds me. Certainly.
And what does the flame reveal?
So, let's level up for a while. Survival and 2 is useful. And the spells. This... oh, Fireball. The best diplomacy spell. And... yes... for the bolt. I think this one could be better. Done, and Durance. Survival. Okay, we can continue. How much doesn't it kinda? Only a few, okay. So let's go here. Trouble detected.
What have we here?
Failed. How much does he have mechanics? Five.
Oh?
So we will get here later. I don't want to die.
Certainly.
No one has better mechanics. 5, 2, 1, 4, 1, 1. If I knew, I would have gave Durance a little bit more.
Hey. You're not getting through me.
Oh, 2 dragons. Or worms.
Kinda stuck over here.
No rebirth will hear this!
Okay. Let's do it again. I really don't want to do that. Thankfully, we had this quick save right before the level up. And again, Aloth. No, not gonna spend that.
Certainly. What have we here?
Hey.
And let's try the diplomacy.
Aye?
No. And let's do this. And another diplomacy? No. Let's do it this way.
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not very quiet.
Final leather armor. Let's see. Damage reduction 9 and this is damage reduction 8. Thirty. No. Not useful yet. Let's go around first. This one looks not the safest way to go.
Nice and quiet.
Kana has no level up.
Yes?
Hey,
This will be tough. Let's
How may I help?
do this. And this. And this. And where are you? This. One. Let's do this. This one. No. There was once. He already has 3. So let's... No. No. Let's try this one. Let's kill the champion and... Where are you? Okay, champion is down. Let's... Careful! Okay. Good. You go hide here. Okay, and you last one. Now you need to... Ah.
Hey.
Okay, that was a little bit intense, but we're victorious. And Kana has a level up. Let's...
Hey.
Let's pick up stuff first and then level up and then try to...
What is it?
And then we'll try to disarm this one. One survival. One athletics. This one is okay. And the phrases. No. This one is okay. No. I think I take this one. And
Yes?
let's try to disarm this.
It's done.
Yay. Perfect.
Yes?
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
What have we here?
Let's disarm this one. Amazing. Broken blade. The blade of the endless path. Find more pieces of the ancient sword. While exploring the endless path, I have discovered what appears to be a piece of an ancient sword. Perhaps I can find more such pieces elsewhere in the ruins. I have found part of a shattered blade. It isn't much use like this, but perhaps it can be reforged if I find the rest of it.
Certainly. Oh?
Okay. Before going here, I think it is time to go back to get some beauty sleep.
Hmm?
And call it a day. Okay, I think I went a little bit over the time which I wanted to spend on this episode, but we made some progress. So let's sleep and call it a day for today. No bonus. Rest with no bonus, yes. You wake up, you wake to the sensation of being shaken, and you open your eyes to see Adair standing over you, his hands jostling your shoulders. He looks concerned. Your eyes are heavy and your vision blurred. The vague unease of unremembered nightmares clouding your thoughts. You are not sure you slept at all the previous night.
Hey! Hey! You awake? Good. You were kind of thrashing around, eyes rolled back in your head. You were shaking. Trying to snap you out of it for a long time now. I was gonna have to get a bucket of cold water. You don't seem like you get much rest at night. You got those dark circles under your eyes.
I get enough to get by.
Well, it's the Watcher thing, then. I'm sure it just takes some time to adjust, is all. I'll try to let it sort itself out. But you'd better wake up faster next time. Trust me, you don't want that bucket of cold water. Hey.
Okay. So, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode as well. And I think there's not much to say than to say goodbye and see you soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.